What if everything you thought you saw on screen was only a fraction of the truth? What if the connection between Tong Liya and Jerry Yan was never just about acting, never just about scripted moments, but something far more subtle, something that reveals itself only when you look closer? Stay with me until the very end and decide for yourself, because the moments you are about to uncover might completely change how you see them forever. It began quietly, almost unnoticed, like a story that did not want to be discovered too quickly. There was no sudden headline, no dramatic reveal, just a series of moments that felt different, moments that lingered a little longer than expected, moments that carried a certain weight even when nothing obvious was happening. From their earliest appearances together, there was a kind of ease between them that stood out, not loud, not exaggerated, but natural, like two people who did not need to try too hard to understand each other. Their conversations flowed with a rhythm that felt unforced. Their laughter came without hesitation, and their presence together created an atmosphere that felt warm and grounded. Fans noticed it slowly at first, a glance here, a shared smile there, small details that might seem insignificant on their own, but began to form a pattern over time, and as more moments surfaced, that pattern became harder to ignore. There was a scene that many fans still talk about, a simple interaction where Tong Liya's expression softened, her eyes carrying a quiet emotion that felt genuine, and Jerry Yan's response was almost immediate, not dramatic, not overplayed, just a subtle shift that mirrored her energy perfectly, as if he understood something that did not need to be spoken. It is moments like these that blur the line between performance and reality, because acting can create emotion, but it cannot always replicate the kind of instinctive connection that appears without effort, the kind that happens naturally without direction. Then came the behind-the-scenes clips, those rare glimpses where the script fades away and what remains is something closer to reality. In one clip, Tong Liya is speaking casually, her tone light and relaxed, and Jerry Yan listens with a focus that feels deeper than simple attention, his expression soft, his reactions perfectly timed, as if he is fully present in that moment in a way that goes beyond professionalism. Fans replayed these clips again and again, not searching for proof, but drawn to a feeling they could not quite explain, a sense that something about their interaction felt real, authentic, almost too natural to be just part of the job. There was another moment during a public appearance where everything seemed ordinary at first. The setting was formal, the atmosphere controlled, yet even within that structure, something subtle unfolded. Tong Liya turned slightly, her attention shifting, and Jerry Yan's gaze followed almost instinctively, not in a way that demanded attention, but in a way that felt quietly connected. It is in these small, fleeting moments that the story begins to take shape, not through grand gestures, but through consistency, through the way their interactions align again and again, creating a rhythm that feels familiar, almost predictable in its authenticity. Some fans believe it is simply exceptional chemistry, the result of experience and talent. Others are convinced there is something more, pointing to the way their presence seems to change when they are together, the way their expressions soften, the way their energy aligns. What makes this even more intriguing is the way both Tong Liya and Jerry Yan maintain a sense of calm distance when it comes to addressing these moments. There are no confirmations, no denials, just a quiet professionalism that allows the mystery to exist without interruption. And perhaps that is what makes it so compelling, the absence of a clear answer, the space left for interpretation, the way each moment invites you to look closer, to notice the details, to question what you are seeing. Imagine watching a story unfold not through words, but through expressions, through timing, through the subtle shifts that happen when two people share the same space. That is what this feels like, a narrative built from fragments, each one small, yet together forming something that feels meaningful. There was a quiet exchange captured during a break in filming, nothing dramatic, just a simple conversation. Yet within that moment, there was a depth that felt undeniable. Tong Liya spoke softly, her expression thoughtful, and Jerry Yan responded with a look that seemed to carry more than just a reaction. It carried attention, warmth, and something that lingered just long enough to make fans wonder. As more moments surfaced, the conversation grew stronger, not because there was proof, but because the pattern continued, each interaction adding another layer, each detail reinforcing the sense that something about their connection was different. Even those who remained skeptical found themselves drawn in, not fully convinced, but curious, because the moments kept appearing, consistent, subtle, yet undeniably intriguing. And through it all, Tong Liya and Jerry Yan continue forward, focused, composed, never stepping outside the boundaries of professionalism, never allowing the speculation to define them, and yet, in that very restraint, the mystery only deepens. Because sometimes the most powerful connections are not the ones that are openly declared, but the ones that reveal themselves in quiet ways, in moments that are easy to miss unless you are truly paying attention. So did Tong Liya and Jerry Yan have something real, or is this simply a case of two talented individuals creating an illusion so convincing it feels genuine? The answer may never be fully known, but the moments they have shared continue to tell a story that refuses to be ignored. Now it is your turn. Go back, watch those moments again, pay attention to the details, the expressions, the timing, the silence, and decide for yourself what you see, because sometimes the truth is not found in what is said, but in what is felt. If this made you pause, if it made you look closer, if it made you question what you thought you knew, then share this with someone who loves uncovering hidden stories, leave your thoughts, and stay tuned, because some connections are too intriguing to ignore, and this might just be one of them.